All right, hello everybody. It's 1 o'clock. It's Sunday. What does that mean? That means Save Your Health Sunday. Today, right now, with me. Of course, I am, if you don't know already, I'm Clint Fuquay, the health engineer. That's right, I'm not just a trainer, I'm not just a health coach, I'm a health engineer. What does that mean for you? That means I engineer stuff to last forever. So, if you'd like your health to be really good and last forever, or at least for as long as you live, which would be a long time, potentially, with some great health, I'm the guy you see. If you don't believe me, ask anybody to work with me. Or ever ask me a question. You've asked me questions. Come work with me, seriously. You should. Teddy P, how you doing, man? Speaking of somebody that's technically working with me but long distance, Teddy P. Watch what happens with him, by the way. So here we go. Today it is, it's a B. So today is all about cardio versus weights. Which one's better? Okay, everybody, let's throw this battle out here. So we're gonna talk about this big epic battle between two massive titans of health and wellness, which is cardio versus weights. And so here we go. And if you ever want to join me, you can be right here, this place, PhysioFit, Intensity with Intelligence. You can sit in that seat right there, or a seat over there, or one of those seats back there you can't see. And I got standing room. That's right, I can have a live audience here. Imagine how much more you can learn if you actually showed up and stuck around after this video's over. Because then you get me. You'd probably get me one-on-one right now because nobody shows up. Why? I don't know. What, am I not sexy enough for you? Just kidding. All right, so here we go. Cardio versus weights. This is actually cardio versus weights, question mark. And why is there a question mark that I put behind that? Well, because I'm asking a question. Cardio versus weights? Really? You're actually asking me this question? You're actually posing this ridiculous question about what's going to work better for health and wellness and losing body fat and losing weight? Which I know you're supposed to, because that's what the media puts out there, all right? They like to pit these two things together. So let me tell you the ridiculousness of this whole question of cardio versus weights, all right? It's as ridiculous as Batman versus Superman, okay? It's as ridiculous as Thor versus the Hulk, all right? It makes for a great movie for a little bit, okay? It's a fun fight to watch, but ultimately, guess what happens? Guess who the winner is? The winner is not you. The winner is health, or actually it's not health. The winner is disease. The winner is aging. The winner is whatever's going to hold you back in life, okay? That's what the winner is. That's why people pose this question. They throw some question in front of you, or they do the articles of what's better. Because these little evil masterminds are trying to do something to you, which is they're trying to throw you off course. They're trying to take these two awesome things and have them doing this when they should be doing this. All right? That's right. So, not to, spoiler alert. Okay? If you haven't watched Batman vs Superman, guess what happens? They team up. Okay? And whenever these two things team up, guess what happens? They're unstoppable. Especially whenever Wonder Woman shows up, and we'll talk about Wonder Woman next week. She would be diet, by the way. Or nutrition, more importantly. Diets suck. Don't do diets. They suck. Learn how to eat properly for yourself, for your health. You'll never have to diet ever again. Ever. Do I diet? Okay, do I? Am I on a diet? No. How do I look? That's why diets suck. They don't work. They're short term, all right? There's no livability with them. So that's really it. Cardio versus weights is ridiculous. It's cardio plus weights. The big question is, how much cardio you need versus how much weights do you need for your goals? So it's, if it's all Superman or it's all Batman, yeah, they're good. They can do some stuff for you, all right? They can't do everything. They just can't, okay? They're not omnipotent. They don't do everything by themselves inherently. That's why they got to team up, okay? Especially if you got something really big. Okay, sorry, interference. First world problems, right? So yeah, these really sinister, evil baddies called, well, essentially disease. Okay, disease and aging. They creep up and they get you. All right, so you got to have these guys team up. If they get sectioned off, by themselves, guess what? They can get beat. All right, so team them up. Have an unbeatable team. So, but how much of each do you really need? Well, let's look at this thing. And I've asked these questions and I pose these questions because you should be posing these questions to yourself every time around all these topics, okay? So goals. It all comes down to what are your goals, okay? What are your goals for your life, okay? How long do you want to live? What do you want to do in your life, all right? Ask that question before you ever set foot in this place and before you ever work with somebody like me. Get that set first. Figure that thing out. If you can't, well, guess what? There's people that can help you figure that stuff out. I can kind of help you figure it out, but there are these things called life coaches, business coaches, etc. Get with one of them. They can help you figure this stuff out very, very well for yourself. Because if you don't know where you're going, what are you going to do in here? Oh yeah, you're going to do a workout. Yay. If you haven't heard my spiel on workouts, it's a one-night stand. All right. What's a one-night stand get you? Some regrets in the morning, usually. So yeah, don't do that to yourself. But yeah, figure out your lifetime goals. Okay, what do you want to do with your life first and foremost? Okay, then your health comes in. Okay, what do you need to do for your health? That poses a lot of other questions. Okay, that's genetic stuff. That's blood typing. This, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you ever sit down with me, you'll figure that. We go deep. All right, because it all needs to be known. Okay, you're individual. There's no other you out there, okay? We got to figure out what's needed for you specifically. If nobody's asking those questions, find somebody that does. Okay, figure out your health goals. What are your real health goals, okay, for the lifetime, all right? Then fitness goals. What are your fitness goals? Break them down, okay? Figure out what you want to do from a fitness standpoint, okay? Some people are athletes. They need to compete. Some people are not athletes. They don't need to compete. They don't care about competition. Some people love to run, some people love to lift, etc. Some people love yoga, whatever. Figure it out, okay? What's that main track you want to go down, all right? What's the route for you, okay? I can help you figure that out and push you in the right direction. At least get you the right people for whatever you want to do. Workout goals. Well, your workout goals kind of go into whatever your fitness goals are, okay? So whenever you figure out the fitness goals, now we got to start looking at what kind of workouts do we need for that, which is how much strength training, weights, how much cardio do we need, and how much of a mixture do we need to do, all right? Seriously, because there's a mixture. If you've ever seen me work out, you see there's a big mixture of everything, all right? There's no muscle confusion stuff going on. Quit trying to confuse your muscles, okay? They're confused enough as it is. Be direct. Tell your body and your muscles exactly what you want them to do, because if you confuse them, well, if somebody confuses you, what do you do? Nothing, right? So if you confuse your body, it's going to be confused. And what's it going to do? It's probably going to revolt, all right? It's probably going to sit there and do nothing and not want to do anything for you, or at least it'll do a little bit and then it'll start fighting back with you, right? So yeah, all this muscle confusion. I get it. I know what they're doing because you got to change stuff up. All right. Change stuff up, but have some reason behind why you change things. Don't just randomly do it. Craziness. Figure out, okay, are you an ectomorph? Are you an endomorph? Are you a mesomorph? Okay, I've posed this question a few other times on these because it really does matter. For the mixture of the cardiovascular work and the mixture of weight work and the amount of stress load that you need, how much actual strength training or CNS training do you need, which means really heavy weights versus lighter weights versus if we're going to do some more in the way of muscle building, etc. Okay, figuring that stuff out is real big. It's huge. And then figure out how much cardio you need mixed in with that. Or if you like to go run, okay, if you're a marathoner, well, how much time should you spend out there running on the road? How much road time should you have versus how much time do you need in here to ensure that your body can recover efficiently and effectively so you can perform very well out there, okay? Some people need longer running sessions. Some people need shorter running sessions. Some people need to work more on sprints. Some people need to work less on sprinting. Some people need to come in here and get their butt in the gym and actually work on some muscle structure and some force overload and mechanics. Oh my Lord, mechanics. And how your body can withstand stress. So this way, whenever you are out there running or you're biking or whatever, your body can actually stay in the right position, all right? So you don't go from this to this, okay? How many people do you see out there doing this while they're running? You're not relaxed, okay? You're inefficient. You go for efficiency out there. You're supposed to be highly efficient. If you're inefficient out there, guess what you're doing? You're killing yourself. Quite literally, every step you're killing yourself. You can take that one to the bank. Almost take it to the grave. I hate to say that, but you know, you will run yourself into a grave eventually if you're doing it wrong. Cooper Institute has even said, back down, man, back it off. Back off the mileage. Start doing some more of this. You'll be a lot more efficient. You'll be faster. You'll have less aches and pains. Would you like less aches and pains? Yes? Okay. So figure that out. Then you have the functionality piece of it, which is what's the function, okay? Functional training. Real functional training. Okay, I'm not talking about that wild stuff when you get on a ball and you're wobbling all over the place and you're standing up on the. If you haven't seen it, there's a video going around of a girl standing on two dumbbells doing some squats, and she like falls off the dumbbells, or they fall in on her and she falls off of it. Okay, I don't know what kind of function you're going for with that, but that ain't functional. All right, figure out what your goals are and train for that function. That's functional training. If you happen to sit in an office and you do this 8 hours a day, guess what you should be training for? To be a professional sitter. That's functional. All right? Now, if somebody doesn't know how to do that for you, find somebody that does. Doing all kinds of wild, wobbly stuff on a ball ain't going to help you out. No, it won't. Seriously, it won't. I've been doing this for 25 years. I've trained trainers. No. It's ridiculous. It's stupid human tricks, okay? We do like to occasionally do stupid human tricks in here, just for fun, for entertainment. Not too often, but, it happens. Usually we're the butt of our own joke at times. Anyway, so here's that. So you got hype, hope, and media myth out there, okay? We talked about the media myth a little bit, and sadly the media myth ain't helping you out, all right? They're not, okay? I'm actually going to post an article that I wrote about fake news is bad for your health. I'm going to post that down below here, all right? Read it. Seriously, for your own health, for your own good, read this article. Read it 5 times. Read it 500 times. Read it as many times as it takes for it to sink in, so you realize whenever a study or an article or something comes out, and it's a health thing, and it says this is bad for you or this is good for you, you gotta get it out, okay? Or never have it, okay? Whatever. I'm having fun with the camera, right? Realize somebody has paid for this thing to go out there in front of you, all right? That will tell you everything about that study and what they're trying to pitch and what they're trying to push in, because they're trying to sell you something, okay? I'm trying to sell you something right now, which is don't be fooled and don't be bought, all right? That's what I'm trying to sell you on, and that's the toughest sell in the world. Honestly, it is, because we want to trust the media, we really do, but well, there's a little thing called trust but verify. Trust but verify. Verify that thing. Find the sources of that story. Find the sources of that study that was just put out in front of you. And if you see that study blasted everywhere, you know there's something behind it. And it might be something not so good, something a little sinister. All right? Just so you know. All right? So I'm going to post that below. Read it after this is over with. And that's why I do these, because I hate seeing that stuff happen. Okay? The coconut oil study. Really? Seriously? Look at who funded that. That wasn't even really a study. It's kind of a cohort study, and those are all junk anyway. So I love the American Heart Association. They do some good stuff out there, but that one, no. If you're allergic to coconuts, don't have them. It's, we'll say, that's the only caveat there, okay? If you're allergic to them, yeah, they're bad for you. If you're not allergic to them, guess what? That saturated fatty acid in there is actually highly, highly, highly beneficial for you and for this thing up here, all right? They probably don't want you using this as much. Wink, wink. So there's that. So, yeah, there's some hype out there, there's some stuff to get you hopeful, and then there's media myth. You know, be careful with those. So the rest of this, well, you know, go back, please watch the rest of these. This is like number 16 of Savory Health Sunday. Go back, watch the previous ones. I'm going to post a link on here. You can watch all the previous editions of this. Watch them. You know, I made them for you, so nobody can pull the wool over your eyes. Because I don't like that. I've been in the industry for way too long. I see it way too much, and I've been on the other side, which is manufacturing of supplements. Okay, so believe me, when I put anything out there on nutrition and supplements, is, you know, I've made these things. I've formulated them. Okay, I've had products up on the shelf. How many people do you know that have done that? Not many. How many have had products on the shelf that have been copied by other companies? Okay, if other people are copying you, you know you got something, right? Anyway, I digress. Sorry, I had to put that out there, just so you know where I'm coming from. So yeah, the previous ones. So micronutrients, Trojan horses in your nutrition. Ooh, man, that's a bad one. pH balance. Okay. Nootropics, pre-workout nutrition, post-workout nutrition, fats, carbs, proteins, clothing, gear, what's on your wrist, okay? I'm not talking about these little band things. I'm talking about that little bad boy right there, a little Garmin unit. If you don't have one, you better get a Garmin. Oh yeah, you can get one for me, by the way. Yeah, cool deal, huh? I told you it was coming. Told you. So check those out. Those all factor into this, okay? Why is that? Because if you're going to be in here and you're going to be working out and you're going to be doing cardio and strength training and everything else, guess what? You got to fuel yourself. You got to fill up before, you got to refuel afterwards, okay? You got to know what's going in. You got to know how much is going in. These help out with that, by the way. That way you know how many calories you're burning every day, how many calories needs to be going in, expenditure, all this stuff. Okay, we're back. Sorry. Yeah, first world issues, right? Wi-Fi. So, well, since I'm getting interference, let's wrap this bad boy up right quick. So, the big question is, do you want to burn fat? Do you want to build muscle? Well, you want to do both, okay? And the best way to do it is to build some of this, all right? Because this burns a lot of energy, all right? It burns a lot of energy to build them, builds a whole lot to make them recover. And they burn a whole lot just sitting around while they're doing nothing. Okay, if you're sitting on the couch, these things burn a lot. All right, I burn like 2,700 calories a day, and I weigh 139 pounds. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, yeah, that's right. I only weigh 140 pounds, people. Yeah, ridiculous, right? Oh, yeah, I'm like Spider-Man. That movie's gonna be awesome, right? So yeah, build some of those so you burn a lot of that stuff you don't really see on me. Why? Because this is burning it off all day, even while you're sitting there. Okay, while you're sitting down doing this, guess what your body's supposed to be burning? Body fat the whole time. If you got the muscles, it'll burn it off. And after you do weights, after you do the strength training stuff out there, okay, guess what happens? You're burning a lot more throughout the day. If you go and you do on the treadmill, you do this thing, you burn extra calories for about an hour. Maybe an hour and a half afterwards. You get in here, you're doing this, guess what? You're burning extra calories for potentially 72 hours. Normally it's 24 hours. Everything is elevated. That's right. You're burning more calories the rest of the day while you're doing nothing. It's like investing. If you invest well in the stock market, guess what happens? You make a lot more money. If you invest really bad in the stock market, guess what happens? You probably lose money. So sometimes you lose a lot, right? So know what you're investing in. Know how to invest well. This is all an investment, okay? I'm an investment broker. I help you learn. I show you how to invest well. That way, wealth is great, okay? Health is even better. Because if you're not healthy, guess what happens to this? It's gone because you try to buy this back, all right? There's not enough money in the world. There's not. There's not enough money in the world to buy back the health you lose. You got billions. I don't care. You'll spend every last dime of that to stay alive. You will. Studies show it. Studies prove it. Last 5 years of your life, guess what? Gone. All right? So take care of yourself. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I got some little thumbs up on that one. I should be getting some hearts on that one right there. Give me some of those. But yeah, that's it. Take these two, okay? Don't have them doing this. Okay, it's fun for a while, yeah, but the real big benefit is doing this with them, okay? Have them shake hands, have them become buddies, okay? Go instead of button heads. Let's do a fist bump. Let's go beat up on the fat. Let's go beat up on the disease. Let's go beat up on the things in life that are holding you down. Let's go beat up on those idiots in the media that keep on lying to you. Hashtag fake news, right? So yeah, that's the goal. Do both. Figure out how much of which one you need to have. If you don't know what that is, somebody knows, right? That's why I'm here. So that's it. Have a great day. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy that beautiful weather out there. Get out. Go do something. Go move around, okay? Swing a sword. Somebody's watching that likes to swing swords, by the way. So, yeah. Go do something. Have some fun. Have some fun in your movement, okay? It's not all just, this should not be something you hate doing, okay? Find something you love doing, go do it. Have some fun with it. Enjoy it. Live it up. Because if you hate doing it, well, what's the point in doing it, right? So find the thing that moves you. Go move. But realize, if you're just going to walk, walking eventually turns into a sport. Running turns into a sport. Everything that you do ends up turning into a sport at some time if that's all you do, and you got to train for it. So a little bit of everything helps out. A little bit of everything works. Moderation in all things, correct? Moderation in all things, including have a little bit of this stuff in here so you get some of those. We all love those, right? And the abs too. I would do an ab shot, but that's just gratuitous, right? Yeah, you don't want to see that. So there's that. Come back next week. We'll have some more fun. And just so you know, so next week we're actually going to talk about weights versus nutrition. How do you think that one's going to end up? Well, plus, we're going to talk about Wonder Woman, all that stuff. So if you can't tell, I love comic book movies. They're just great. They're awesome, right? They make you want to go out and do stuff. I mean, who doesn't want to look like somebody in a superhero movie? Seriously. We all do. So there's that. Have a great day. Enjoy the weather. See you next week.